Hello, BookTube community. Just getting comfortable here. So, I just finished my book, my last book, before I can get the Goodreads book that I opened yesterday. I kind of blew through this one so I could get into my Goodreads book. But the book that I just finished was Principles of Confirmation Analysis, Book 2. I've already read the first book, and I loved it. I adored it. It was a surprisingly easy read. It was a surprisingly quick read. There was a lot of diagrams and descriptions, and it was over before I knew it. Same with this one. This one was focusing more on the front end and the shoulder of the horse and the neck and withers, and it actually was very prudent to what I'm dealing with now, because I've got a show tomorrow, and I've got Athena with a little bit of a sore shoulder and a bit of a limp. Nothing too serious, I hope, so we're still going to do the show, but it really did point out what area would be sore that I'm looking at her shoulder. And what I loved in the back is that the shoulder diagrams and everything is right there in the back, so that was very easy to deal with. It was very easy to understand. There was like a plethora of pictures and diagrams to explain the examples that the author was trying to get through. Again, the read was super quick, and it was one of the few reads where I gotta let you in on a little tidbit. When I go to bed, like I go to bed at 9 o'clock, and then I have to set my alarm for 10 o'clock, because if I don't, sometimes I will read right in through the night, and I get up at 4 in the morning, so I have to be able to get some sleep. This is one of the few books where I started reading at 9 o'clock, and the alarm actually distracted me. Lately, the books that I've been reading, I've been tired before the alarm goes off, which is kind of disappointing, because I like my hourly read. Not so with this one. And I'm really very eager to start the third one, but I got a Goodreads book free in the mail yesterday, and it looks very intriguing, and of course my rule is the Goodread books trump everything else. So I'm very excited to start the third installment of this one. I think this is an excellent book, but I've got to do my Goodreads book, which I think is also a very good book, and I'll try reading that today, but I've been so nervous about the show that I don't know how far I'm going to get. So as you see, I've changed my surroundings a bit. I've brought in my comfy lazy boy, which I do a lot of my reading in if I'm not in my home, or in my bedroom. So I hope you guys like this setting as much. Yeah, but as for the Principles of Analysis Confirmation, love the book. I really think anybody who's into horses needs to read all three of these to get you guys a foundation of what you're looking for in a horse. I almost wish I read this before. No, because I probably would have gotten Athena anyway, but at least I would have known what I was getting into, and I probably would have changed my training aspects after reading this book to keep her sounder longer. Knock on wood, she hasn't been too seriously bad, and I hope that this one isn't very bad. It's an old book. It's a fourth printing, and it was printed, the fourth printing in 1996. But really, guys, go out and read this. If you guys are into horses, or even if you're into genetics and how we mess with animals and how we change them to our way of doing things, read this book. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and yeah, I can't wait to get to the third one, but I will let you know when I've got another book read. Other than that, have yourselves a good Saturday.